Welcome to LatinPerDiem. Today is the first episode in a series on John Arrowsmith, his Tactica Sacra, or Sacred Strategies, Book 1, and this is Episode 1. John Arrowsmith was a Puritan who lived from 1602 to 1659. He was one of the men at the Westminster Assembly, and this is perhaps his most famous work. It was published in 1657, 2 years before his death. Let's take a look at the text, and then we'll analyze it briefly in this episode. Operi nuper exasciato, quies primarius scopus est hominem Christianum ad militiam spiritualem militem ad pugnam victoriam et triumphum instituere, titulum hunc tacticorum sacrorum haud illubenter assignavimus, eo quod observante sixto arcario tactica dicebantur antiquitus, ea quae ad instruendarum acierum scientiam pertinebant. Now this opening sentence in Book 1, Chapter 1, actually continues past this point, but I had to excerpt it so that it would fit more or less in a 4-minute episode. Operi, notice the O here. This is a highly decorative text. I could have taken all of it and recast it in a Word document, but I thought it would be nice for the viewer to see something of what the work would have looked like when published. So here we have operi, which is neuter, singular, and dative. So to this work, operi, exasciato, this means to be finished. It's from the verb exasciare. To this work recently finished. Now we have a long parenthetical, as you can see here, and we will come back to that in a moment. To this recently finished work, we have to go all the way to the end here to find the main verb of the clause, assignavimus. We have attached, or we have signed. To this recently finished work, we have assigned titulum hunc, this title, namely, Tacticorum Sacrorum, of Sacred Strategies. And we have done this haud illubenter, by no means unhappily. Illubenter here, of course, is an adverb. Now we need to deal with the parenthetical portion. Now let's take a look at the parenthetical. It's a work, an operi, whose main purpose, primarius scopus, is to equip the Christian man. Notice hominem Christianum, masculine singular accusative, is the object of instituere, to equip the Christian person, this nice generic term hominem, for spiritual army, for the spiritual army, militiam spiritualem, to equip the Christian soldier, militem, for battle, pugnam, for victory, and for triumph. We have assigned this title, he says, all the more so, eo, that's what the adverb means, because, as Sixtus Arcarius notes, that's our ablative absolute, those things, and here we have the relative clause, which relate to the knowledge of drawing up one's forces, drawing up a battle line, those things, antiquitus, there's the adverb, in antiquity, were called dicebantur tactica, or tactics. Not uncommon in the theological treatises of this era to use Greek intermixed with Latin. Please join us next time.